Good morning, Adams. It's Miss Kovarik with Science Lesson 4. I decided to take a different route with our science stuff. I don't want to give you guys any more added stress with taking that test or worrying about getting everything in. We don't have to worry about the state test anymore, so I'm going to kind of go into different topics that we've learned about throughout the year and see if I can find some more interesting resources to use instead of reading that boring fusion book every day. So today we're going to be going back and learning about animals and different adaptations that they might have. So you should be looking at this form sheet. It's called Science Lesson 4. You are going to watch this video, and every time it tells you to stop at each question, so at 1 minute you're going to pause it. At 1 minute 24 seconds you're going to pause it. So as I'm watching this, at 1 minute, when it asks me when it's talking about how much water is in the tank and where it comes from, you're going to stop and answer that question. And on my computer, it's not showing the times unless I click it like this. So if you click this YouTube link, it will actually open it up in another screen and you can see it a lot easier. So we'll skip that ad. See, so right now I can see I'm at 2 minutes, 15 seconds. So if I'm watching this from the beginning, as soon as it gets to 1 minute, I'm listening. Once it gets to that 1 minute mark, I'm going to press pause. I'm going to come back to this screen and I'm going to answer this question. There is blank gallons of water. It comes from blank. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the video, 1:24. All right, so I know when that gets to 24 seconds, I need to stop the video again, go back and answer the question, okay? After you're done with the video, you're going to answer a question about, this is not going to be in the video. You're going to have to make an inference. You're going to have to use your observation skills and come up with 2 adaptations that you think hippos have. And I said to be sure to refer to parts in the video as your evidence. We're not just coming up with this out of thin air. We just watched that whole video where we saw hippos in action. Looking at what you saw, what were 2 adaptations you think they might have? And to answer that, we're going to be looking at this PowerPoint that I'm going to go through with you quickly. I'm also going to post this within the assignment so that you can go back to it and refer to it as you need to. So adaptations. An adaptation is something that helps an animal survive. So anything that they do, anything that they have that helps them get food, that helps them protect themselves, that helps them live every day like they need to, helps them get everything they need to done. There's 2 different types of adaptations. The first one is a physical adaptation. And this would be a change in their actual body, something that you can see, it's on their body, and it's a physical adaptation. And one example of this would be a duck's webbed feet. So as you can see in this picture, let me move this over here. This duck's feet are webbed. Ours aren't like that. Our fingers and hands have space in between them. But a duck, it has that little space in between filled in with that type of skin, and that helps it swim better. If you've ever used flippers at a pool, you'll know that when you have flippers, it helps you swim faster and better. So that's a physical adaptation. It's on its body. The next one, sharp claws. Lots of different animals have those sharp claws, and they're physical, they're on their body, and they help them survive because it helps them get food, and it can also help them fight off any predators. The next one is about polar bears. So we learned that they have this really thick blubber. It's like a thick layer of fat. And they also have nice warm fur that keeps them warm in the Arctic. So that's on their body. It's a physical adaptation. It's helping them survive in their environment. We also have behavioral adaptations, and this would be a change in an animal's actions. So something that it's doing that is helping it survive. Some examples, camouflage is one of the most common ones, and this is when an animal blends in with its environment. So as you can see right here, this little bug, he looks exactly like the leaves that he lives in. So animals that are trying to eat him are not going to see him as easily. He can also hide and wait for its prey to come so it can sneak up and eat the prey without being seen. Another one over here, can barely even see that butterfly because it looks exactly like the flowers that it's landing on. So that butterfly is blending into its environment. It's helping it stay safe. Next would be migration. This is an action that animals do to help them survive in cold weather or warm weather. They typically migrate somewhere where they can survive better. So we've all seen geese flying in the sky. Different birds, they migrate south in the wintertime because it just gets too cold here. There's not enough food for them. And same with butterflies. The monarch butterfly migrates to different parts in the world depending on the season and the weather and how much food is available for it. And another one would be just ways that they protect themselves behaviorally. Here's some examples. Kangaroos have that really violent kick that they use. They use that when they're fighting each other to protect themselves, to show dominance, to show that they're in charge, and to get predators out of the way. That porcupine, it has these really sharp quills on him, and he can actually shoot those quills at an animal or at something that is bothering it. So shooting those quills off of its body, that's an action that helps protect itself. And then the last one over here is a skunk. We all know that skunks can spray that gross smelling stuff that gets on us forever and ever, and it comes off not easily. So a skunk being able to spray that gross smelling stuff is an action that helps it protect themselves. If an animal gets sprayed by a skunk once, it's probably not going to go bother it again because it's going to smell really gross for a while. All right, so that was just some examples of animal adaptations. Remember that an adaptation is something that helps an animal survive. It's something it does, or it's something that it has that helps it survive and be okay in its environment. All right, so now you're going to go back, watch that video, answer the questions, and remember this last one, if you don't remember what an adaptation is, go back to this video and rewatch it, or go to this slideshow and use the examples that I gave you. Hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.